I'm so pleased to have Ian Cloke, the Chief Operating Officer at Afentra. Thank you again for your time. Thank you for being here.
Oh, thank you very much for inviting us again.
Just to get started, we're here at African Energy Week, and it is under the theme Invest in African Energy, position Africa as a global energy champion. How does this theme align with your operational focus and strategic vision for the continent?
Look, Invest in Africa, it is the whole reason we set up Afentra all the way back in 2021. So the theme has always been Africa Energy Transition. And for now, the focus has been on Angola, production assets, investing in those, delivering value, reducing emissions, and though generating value for the host countries and obviously the investing companies.
And what unique value do independents like Afentra bring to the African market in terms of maximizing the potential of late life fields and enhancing their contribution to local communities?
So if you look at it from the past 20 years and you look at it from analogies with other places like the North Sea or the Gulf of Mexico, traditionally what happens is the big companies, the majors, do the heavy lifting. They build the assets, but at some particular time, the portfolio, they're not appropriate for the portfolio. Their attention shifts elsewhere. So that's when the smaller independents come in. And so we're very much focused on these mature assets, and a great example of that, Block 305 in Angola. So it was developed by Total, or formerly ELF, in the 1980s and 1990s. It's a huge asset. In the early 2000s, it transitioned to Sonangol, and then Sonangol ran it. And then we came in as part of the Sonangol transaction in 2021, 2022, and we've been helping Sonangol to turn that asset around. So we believe that asset can go from where it is today, 23,000 barrels, to about 40,000 barrels. And when we were actually in 2022, it was producing about 17,000 barrels. So there's the opportunity to more than double production, which delivers revenue for the host country, which they can choose to do. Obviously, from a private investor, that's good for our shareholders. And then what we've now done is we've picked up more acreage around 305 to leverage this asset. So it's a huge asset. It wasn't appropriate for Total because it was late life. Sonangol needed some assistance. We came in and we've now done, I think, 4 deals to build our interest up from 20 to 35%.
And Afentra recently reported an increase in reserves and resources in H1 2025. Which projects and assets drove this growth? And how do you plan to maintain the reserves and increase momentum?
So it all comes from Block 305 at the moment. I think that in the future, I'm sure there'll be more reserves and resources from 305A, and then the new ones coming in 324 and Con 4. As long as you invest in the asset in Block 305, there's plenty of reserves to still come. It's quite simple. It's about getting water in the ground, which supports production. It's doing light well interventions, which the operator's been doing for a couple of years. Then heavy workovers, hydraulic workovers, which will drive the next stage of growth, and then more infill wells. This is an asset that really didn't have much activity on it for probably the last 15 years. So you need it to basically make it safe, make it work, and then make it grow. And we're in the sort of make it safe to make it work, and we'll be moving into the make it grow mode. The more you invest, the more reserves will come out of that asset in the future. So I think there's still growth to come in 305. I think we'll see significant growth out of 305A. And then the ones I'm really excited about are 324, and then Kwanza 4, which is onshore. And they're our first operatorships in Angola.
And what other key milestones have you achieved in 2025 and within your work program or project portfolio?
So probably from a perspective of, I'll go on to more on the exploration side. So we signed Kwanza 15, which is operated by Sonangol. So that was our second block signed in the onshore Kwanza Basin, which we think has got the opportunity to deliver exploration growth, but it also, there's legacy fields to reactivate. So say signature of Kwanza 15, so that added 2 into the portfolio, Kwanza 19 operated by Accra. We then signed or initialed Kwanzaa 4. So that's the one that we will be operating in onshore. We're partnered, really excited to partner with both Sonagal, Brights, Grupo Simplos, and also Solidors. So the local companies partnered on Kwanzaa 4, and that will be reactivation of Quenguela Norte field. And then the last one, which was actually initialed by its heads of terms in Angola Oil and Gas, was offshore Block 324. So this is a block that surrounds 305. Afentra will be operator, and we're looking to now move that through very quickly into production. So when you go back to what the independent companies bring, these types of blocks would not interest the majors. But they're interesting for us because we can turn them around very quickly, and we can use and leverage the infrastructure that's already there.
And just my final question, like I said, we are here at African Energy Week. What would you say to an industry professional or organization who's never participated before and considering if they consider attending next year?
Oh, my first one is why? Why haven't you attended?
True.
So I think this one, what NJ and the Africa Energy Chamber have done is they've really cemented Cape Town Africa Energy Week as the conference to be at. I mean, I've been coming now, we said 21 was the first one.
Yeah.
And we've gone from that little conference venue, 4 conference venues, to now CITIC 2. And I think this one has really upped the ante. It's got everything. I mean, you can't choose a better location in Africa in terms of Cape Town. We've had the weather, most of the weather. We've had the people. We've had deals announced. It's been a really fantastic event.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for being here.
Thanks very much.